Hello! I'm finally back from my long hiatus. I, of course, never intended on being gone as long as I have been, but I'm back now. To give a quick summary of the events since my last video, I finished writing the game and designing each level on paper, and then I began the prototyping process as well as working on some music. About the time I started prototyping levels, however, I began to feel a little burnt out creatively and ended up taking a few more breaks than I'd like to admit. I thought to help me really commit to getting back into the swing of things, I'd make a new update video since one was long overdue anyways. As I said, the game's story is finished, which is a huge relief since I only have half the doubts about it now compared to the doubts I used to have about it. But here's all the writing and level design if you're interested. A lot of it is subject to change, but the general outline will most likely stay the same. I also began working on some music tracks for later in the game, like super late into the game. They are very big, chunky projects that eat away at my memory every time I open them, and I'm happy with the way that they've turned out, though. So here's the most complete of the 3 levels at the moment, Act 2, Chapter 1. This is the first level I started with, of course, and it was also the hardest since I wasn't sure what my workflow for prototyping these levels was going to be like. As you can see, I've already started on visuals for the level in some areas. None of these are final, just quick sketches for the sake of playtesters so they have a general idea of what everything should look like. There's still a few things missing from the level, such as an enemy, proper text for all the items and interactions, and a level load object which leads to the next level. Besides that, all the puzzles are fully functional and the save system has been set up. Taking a look at Act 2, Chapter 2 now, I haven't touched the visuals for this level yet, since I decided that I wanted to speed up the functionality part of the level design process and focus on stage visuals a bit later. Of course, all the puzzles are completely functional, but this level is missing 2 enemies and a level load object. It's also worth mentioning that the ambience and music for each prototype level has yet to be finished. I've only just begun work on Chapter 3, so I'm still in the process of finishing all the camera framing. So with that said, that's all for now. Hopefully progress will begin to pick up pace again now that I'm properly committing back to the project. But anyways, I should wrap this up. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you're interested in the game and haven't wishlisted it, you can head over to the Steam page, which will be linked in the description. If you want to stay up to date with news related to the game, consider subscribing. Now, before the video ends, I'd like to leave with one last thing before I depart for another week. As an apology for my long absence, I thought that I could share a tiny snippet of something exciting I have been working on in the background. So here's one of those music tracks from the end of the game, completely up to you whether or not you want to listen to it. It's not too spoilery since it's just a song, but again, completely up to you. Anyways, I'll see y'all next week. Until then.